offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He hits Adams, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Well, this defense for the Packers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded just inside the 20. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Barton is not out of it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 44 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. Touchdown! 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Second and 4. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert. On 3rd and 2. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw again. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
And this one is incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Rodgers now on first down. Man open, here is Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Rodgers to throw once more. And it's complete to Adams. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On second down, Swift. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And the Packers pick it up. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.